All right. Hey guys, what's up? This is your boy. This is Nigel, ThaSlickPastor. So I decided that this year I'm going to start a podcast, but I'm also going to share it on YouTube because I love talking. I love talking about a lot of different things. So yes, this is it. This is the first official podcast from ThaSlickPastor. Come on, give it a clap. Give it a clap. Okay, yeah. So today, my first topic, I'm going to talk about friends and friendships. I know how important this topic is because I know a lot of people who have gone far in life because they're the right friends. And I also know a lot of people who have underperformed or limited their potential in life because they're the wrong friends. So allow me to share my thoughts on friends and friendships. So yeah, I want to make a reference to a story in the Bible about a guy who got paralyzed, but fortunately he had 4 friends who had faith. And these 4 friends carried him on a stretcher, looked for where Jesus was, got to the house. The house was full, it was packed. They couldn't get in through the door, couldn't get in through the window. And these guys didn't say, oh, okay, we tried our best, let's go back with our friend. But they tore the roof apart and they let their friend down through the roof, and their friend got a miracle. Now, a lot of people, when they think about this story in the Bible, they always use it as a reference to the subject of faith. They always use it in reference to how powerful faith is, to how much faith these guys had. But when I look at this story, the major highlight for me is the power of friendships. It is the power of right friendships. Imagine, I was thinking about this situation. I say, if I ever get to a point in my life where I am paralyzed, right? In any kind of way, it may not be physical, it may be financial, it may be spiritually, it may be socially, it may be psychologically, it may be emotionally, it may be in my marriage. If I ever get to a point in my life where I cannot do anything for myself, because basically paralysis is a condition that affects your brain, which then in turn affects every other part and organ of your body, depending on the extent of the damage that has happened to your brain. So yeah, you can only, see and think and process things, but not well enough to coordinate your whole body to move. So if life ever takes me to a point where other parts of my life are not moving, they're just still, they're stagnant, they're dead, do I have just 4 friends who are willing to carry that area of my life to a place of hope? If I'm spiritually dead, do I have 4 friends who can carry me spiritually in prayer? Do I have people who can carry me and place me before God and intercede for my life? Do I have friends that I can depend on like that? If financially I am in a paralysis situation, nothing is moving, probably I'm in debt, I can't pay my school fees, I can't pay my bills, do I have 4 people? Do I have friends who can come together and bring life to my situation like what these guys did? This is a very serious question you ought to be asking yourself, because a lot of times, you see, what happens is we take comfort in the fact that we know a lot of people and we socialize with a lot of people and we have a lot of WhatsApp contacts, and you put up your status and there are a lot of people responding and replying and saying ha ha ha, kiki kiki, hey, what's up, LOL. But friendships are tested when the real situations of life come. This is why somebody said, when days are dark, friends are few. The actual truth is that when days are dark, your real friends show. You can't say friends are few as if there was a point when you had many friends. Those are not many friends. Those are just people that you know. Those are associates. Those are colleagues and stuff like that. So these guys, they set aside everything else about them. The scripture does not record that after Jesus had prayed for their friend, they also asked for their own requests. The story does not even say when they got to the house where Jesus was, or when they got through the roof, they talked to Jesus first and said, okay, Jesus, we brought our friend, but please deal with this situation in my life. I haven't paid my bills at home. Or Jesus, please, I've been having a serious headache. Or Jesus, please, my wife has not been conceiving. We don't have a child. Please pray for me or pray for my family. No, they just went to Jesus with the sole focus of saving their friend's life. Man, Do you have people in your life that are like that? And are you like that to anybody? Is there anyone who can count on you like that? That I have my friend Tafazo, I have my friend Kevin, I have my friend Rachel, whom I can count on any hour of the day. This is something you ought to think deeply about. So it's important who we choose to be in our lives. It's important who we choose to have in our lives as friends. You know, I know a lot of talented people who have failed to go far, not because they didn't have the talent, but simply because they were surrounded by people who did not see and appreciate the talent. So anytime they try to move forward, or anytime they try to lay out a business plan, instead of, you know, the immediate people to be excited and be like, wow, that's a great idea, you should go for it. They're like, I don't know. Yeah, you could try. It could work, I guess. So before you even go far, because see, the way we've been designed and the way we've been created is that a lot of times we need some sort of affirmation from point to point. You know, you need people who agree with what you're seeing. A lot of times, I know sometimes you have to be stubborn and be like, okay, this is what I've made up my mind to do. I'm still gonna do it. But it will be much easier and even more effective on your part if you could have people around you who see what you see. So in choosing friends, you should choose people who have similar vision. I'm not saying if you want to be a pilot, then all of them should be like, we want to be pilots too. Or if you want to be a pastor, then all of them are called. Or if you want to be a businessman. But I'm saying, if you're a big dreamer, your friends should be big dreamers. No two ways about it. Because you cannot be sitting down, talking to people every day, every now and then, and be like, you know what? I'm thinking about buying this building. And you know, you have your broke friends with limited vision and small minds who'll be like, are you crazy? You cannot even rent your apartment as it stands. You should not have friends who remind you of your incapabilities. You should have friends who have like-minded vision. Eagles fly with eagles for a certain reason. They know that if they fly with other kind of birds, at a certain altitude, they're gonna start saying, this is too scary. What if the storm comes? I'm too tired. I need to flap my wings more. So eagles fly with other eagles in order to take away the weight from them. You don't want to be moving with people who are questioning the direction you're going every now and again. People will be like, but are you really sure? Can we really make it? Is this even worth it? Is it really necessary to sacrifice or to go this hard or to go this far or to invest this much? You don't need those people as friends. You don't need those people as friends. You should have people who inspire you. You should have friends. I mean, what's the point? You should have people who see the value in you. Yeah? You should have people who celebrate you. You should have people who want to see you win. This is very important. You cannot have a friend who is competing with you. No. You cannot have a friend who sees you as competition, who sees every little achievement that you've made as a challenge. It can be in a positive way, like, oh, okay, my friend has done this, so that means I can also do it. Let me go for it. Not like, oh, whoa, oh, he did this. Oh, so suddenly I can do it. So I have to do better than him. He can't be better than me and stuff like that. No. Don't do that. You shouldn't have people like that in your circle. People who see you as a threat. Because if someone sees you as a threat, did you think, honestly, at any point they're ever gonna kneel down before God and ask God to bless you and ask God to open doors for you? Do you really think if somebody sees you as a threat and they're your friend, do you think if they came across information to do with the scholarship that you could qualify for, they could hand you that information? Do you think that if they came across a job that you'd probably suit, they would tell you? So it's pointless to have friends that don't want to see you win, okay? See, I have a close friend of mine, one of my best friends actually. So he bought a car before I did, right? I was so happy for him, genuinely, right? I was like, wow. Because, okay, this is the other thing. if we're genuinely friends, that means if you do better, it improves my life in a certain way. You know, in your circle of friends, there are people that you've asked for money from, right? Maybe things are tight and stuff like that, and you need a loan or you need a bit of help. There are people that you'll call, hey, can you help me out with a couple of bucks, right? So it's really frustrating when you call this one and they don't have money, and you call this one and they don't have money, and you call this one and they cannot help you. So anybody who has common sense will say, I wish my friends well, because if they do well, it means I also do well. So your friend's success improves your life. It's that simple. So my friend bought his car and I was like, oh, okay, this saves me bus fare and transport money every now and then, because I can always call him and say, where you at and stuff like that. Not in a way to abuse him, you know. I'm going to talk about that in another podcast, how to manage relationships and how to not turn them into abusive platforms and connections and associations. But anyway, I was really happy for him. And now, a while later, when things started shaping up in my career, I was like, yeah, I'm thinking of buying a car. You know what he said? He was like, so I have to give you some money. I have to loan you some money in order to add to the money that you need to buy a car, because I would have failed you as a friend if I don't do that. He said that to me. He moved me. I was only like, wow, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. But those words kept on ringing in my head. That this guy said, if I don't participate in you achieving your dream in any kind of way, then I failed as a friend. So how many people have you failed as a friend? How many people have failed you? See, sometimes friends people around us may not really understand our vision. They may not understand our dreams. I might tell somebody, you know what? I want to sell everything I got. I want to go on a world tour. I want to speak to people because this is what I love. And somebody might be like, I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work, because in my world, I have a day job. I go to work and I get paid, and that's it. I don't take those kind of risks. But if this is something that you truthfully want to do from the bottom of your heart, you have my support. So they may not understand your vision, but they should respect your vision. They should respect the things that make your heart burn. That's what friends are for. That's real friendships now. So I believe it's really, really, really important. Who we have in our corner is friends. Be careful who you choose as friends. I know a lot of people sacrifice their dreams just for the sake of friendships. I know a lot of people were discouraged to take big leaps of faith because of the people that surrounded them. People who were too scared to dream. People who were too tired to dream. People who were too broke to dream. People who were too broken to dream. People who were too hopeless to dream. And what they did was to extend that hopelessness and to impose that lack of ambition in the people around them so that they feel better about themselves. So you should be careful. Really watch the people that you're moving with. Is this person a big dreamer? Because if you surround yourself with people who dream big, because I have so many big ambitions and big dreams, if I see the person next to me dreaming big, I cheer them on, I support them, because I also want to see them win. Because if I see them win, I also get encouragement that, oh, if this guy had a crazy wild dream and it happened, so that means my crazy wild dream can also happen at some point. So you have to match that energy. You have to be in that zone where you have that vibe, where you have that right energy that propels your dream into the future, that propels you in the right and positive step in positive direction. So I really urge you to not just call anybody your friend. Be very selective about who you let into your circle. Be very selective about who you let into your system. Watch the things they say. Watch how they react when you win. Watch how they react when you tell them your dreams. Watch how they react when you share your vision. Watch how they react when things don't go well for you. And when you look at those people and when you look at those things, those are the things that help you determine who stays in your life and who goes. Cut off any unnecessary slack. This is 2020, bro. No need to be, held back by people of small minds, and small opinions, discouragement, and criticism, all in the name of friendship. You gotta go forward. It's better to have two brilliant, supportive, strong, faithful friends than to have 100 people who call you friend and you call them friends, but they're not there for you when it really matters. So this has been my first official podcast. It's me, Nigel, the Slick Pastor, and it's Alicia's on the beat, Alicia's on the keys. Man, this is sounding nice. I'm really excited about all the other podcasts we're going to be sharing throughout the entire year. Please make sure you subscribe to all of my platforms. Like where you're supposed to like, subscribe where you're supposed to subscribe. Share with friends and family so that they can hear this great message and be blessed as well. Komborero Inashe.